Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Listen, the market is doing what the market does. We're going to go over the numbers. The SEC subpoenas PayPal over its stable coin. We'll get into that madness. And listen, this is very, very interesting to me. The Swiss bank officially announces and launches both Bitcoin and Ether custody and trading services. Say that again: Bitcoin and Ether custody and trading services for his high net worth clients. And speaking of high net worth clients, I'm going to share a video with you guys of some people on a panel stating that the high net worth, and the ultra high net worth people want to invest in the digital asset space. Right? They want to invest there, where we are and where we were in our first. Just understand that this is a very, very exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. So listen, guys, this is your XRP Ripple daily news. And around 0 to a freak in 10 minutes. Let's do this. This is going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to share this out as well. Let's go over the numbers real quick. If you can stomach it, I'll share the numbers with you. According to CoinGecko, that one, the total cryptocurrency market cap is at 1.34 trillion. It's down from an all-time high of over 3 trillion. Let us not forget. Bitcoin dominance is at 50.9%. Pay attention to the Bitcoin dominance if you want to know when. If you want to get that range from when we will have an alt season, you got to pay attention to the Bitcoin dominance. When it gets to the 60%, especially 65%, be prepared. Have a plan. Bitcoin is trading at $34,676 again. Ethereum is trading at $1,808 again. And XRP is trading at 60 cents. Interesting. It's up 10% on the 7-day. Interesting. I think I'm going to take a little bit off top there because, we got a pretty sweet, what's the average cost entry, whatever that thing is called. We have that, right? It's like 20-something%, 20-something cents. So that's pretty cool. Solana is doing its numbers. It's doing its thing. It's got great numbers. Solana's going to do some stuff in this bull run, my personal opinion. I'm not buying it. I'm not getting access to this at $41. I had Solana in the early days, $2-3. Anyhow, the market fam is doing what the freaking market does. Shout out to the swing traders. Shout out to those who may be benefiting from this. I am still in the mindset, and I'm still in the camp that we're going to see a lower Bitcoin price. That's just me. That's my guy, Gareth. That's my guy, Benjamin. That's my guy, Data Dash. And so I'm waiting for that to swap up these assets on the cheap. Not financial advice, just telling you, just sharing with you what I will be doing. Let's go over some very, very interesting stuff. Let's go over the news real quick. So the Swiss bank launches Bitcoin and Ether custody and trading services in partnership with SEBA. Interesting. Switzerland's 5th largest cantonal bank, in partnership with SEBA Bank, has launched Bitcoin and Ether custody and trading services. One of Switzerland's largest cantonal bank has launched digital asset custody and brokerage services for its clients in partnership with the bank. This week, St. Galler, I can't say that name, announced the launch of custody and trading and you don't want me to keep messing it up, services for Bitcoin and Ether to a select group of clients. SGKB added that it has plans to expand its digital assets offerings with the addition of more digital assets based on client demand. This is big news because in Switzerland, this is where, look, in Switzerland this is where the word comes out. Switzerland is the hub to get the word out to the other places of high net worth individuals, hedge funds, family offices. You pay attention to what Switzerland is doing, and then that signals that this is a happening thing. That's just the way it is. It's the way it is. So this is really, really interesting that they're doing this. We are very, very pleased to be able to support the St. Galler kind of bank with our expertise in expanding their services around digital assets. This is from SEBA Bank head, B2B and custody solutions, Christian Barrier. So this is signed the contract earlier this year after a short implementation project. SGKB is now ready to offer access to digital assets to a selected group of clients. Which clients you think that is? You think that's the dude down the street? Nah. It's the high net worth people. And a first step, Bitcoin and Ether and other currencies will follow shortly. So this is really, really cool. Meanwhile, in the United States, hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. Served PayPal a subpoena relating to the firm's stablecoin. PayPal also said in its quarterly report that it is cooperating with authorities in its request for documents related to its stablecoin. So they subpoenaed them, not an enforcement action. They subpoenaed them for some records. Meanwhile, in the U.S., that's what's going on. Payments giant PayPal today revealed in its quarterly report that the SEC had issued the firm with a subpoena over its freaking stablecoin. That's how we roll in the U.S. Meanwhile, the UAE, listen, Project Enbridge, we really want sovereignty control. We want to control our own infrastructure, our own operations. The new technology, Enbridge, allows us to own our own infrastructure on a decentralized model. This is a quote, unquote, from Shu Pu Lee, the governor of the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates. That's interesting to me, but that's who he is. I expect in a month or 2 month times, this is Shu Pu Lee speaking, we will change our legislation and make CBDC legal tender. Legal tender. That's the word on the street right there. And again, I can always say, meanwhile, in the U.S., we have to deal with Senator Elizabeth Warren. Unbelievable. Take a listen to this.
Some of the things that we're excited about, especially here, I would say in the region, adding obviously to what Jen and Andrew said. So a recent survey from an ecosystem player across UAE and Saudi actually mentioned that 93% of the high net worth individuals that they surveyed in the region are actually looking to invest in crypto. And that survey was actually done throughout the bear market. So we think that institutional adoption, and when we say institutional adoption in the region, we're really talking about high net worth individuals, ultra high net worth individuals, say mostly on the family office side. We're still not seeing asset managers or, for what it's worth, like sovereign wealth funds coming into crypto yet. But we're definitely seeing deep pockets of money wanting to invest in crypto. And I think 43% of the high net worth individuals to ultra high net worth individuals that they surveyed are actually looking to allocate 5 to 10% of their net worth into crypto. So institutional adoption, I think, is something that is exciting. That
5 to 10% of their net worth into the digital asset space. But your neighbor, your coworker is laughing. Who are you going to listen to, fam? Who are you going to listen to? Now, listen, this is, again, I know I mentioned this in a video or two ago about the Zahao network. I kind of liken it to, I compared it to the Songbird network, right? And what Flare is doing, right? And so this is, in no way is this a jab or stab at the Zahao network. Songbird is it's a potent blockchain unto itself. I believe Zahao will be to the XRPL as Songbird has been to Flare Network. That's what I believe. And you're going to listen to Vice Win in here pretty much say the same thing. Shout out to Crypto Eddie for sharing this. Take a listen to Vice Win.
And we realized that it's almost impossible to get hooks with these consequences, right? To get hooks on mainnet anytime soon, which means that we realize that we're missing out on huge opportunities regarding the things we want to build on top of this technology. Because we want to build it today. Things like identity, consumer protection, things like security related things like inheritance, what if something happens to you, key recovery, retail solutions, direct debit solutions, name it, all of those things we can have them in months or a year if we have hooks ready, which means we don't need a test net, which also means that we're not going to gamble this may or may not end up on mainnet in 2 years. It means that we need an actual live net where actual value can be used, where this technology is available. And then, yes, that does come with, let's say, the extra potential risks of brand new technology being deployed on a live network. But we'll have to anyway. So
remember, brand new technology launched on a live network. On a live network. That's exactly what Songbird is. That's exactly what Kusama was and is to Polkadot. This is why, people calling something some side chain or like, it's just some side chain. Like they're missing the bigger picture to what is going on. This is a viable group of developers with when I say viable, they know what it is that they're doing, right? We say when and others, it's not like some wallet is what some off brand, right? That Zum wallet is nice, it's sweet, right? And he and that team have been doing some very, very viable things, and ultimately, to me the Zahao network will complement the XRPL. And to me, the Zahao network will become like the Songbird and like the Kasamas of the digital asset space, in my humble opinion, right? Because in the end, look, there are projects that want to build on an XRP. This is the exact thing of the XRP ledger, right? With some stuff working, with some stuff enabled and other stuff disabled. But in any way, it's still the XRPL. And there are projects that want to be on fast, right? Move anything of value less than a penny, move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. Zahao network is that. I mean, it might be more or than less of a penny, right? But it's still going to be in that range. And it's going to have hooks. It's going to have smart contract capability. There are projects that want to be on a ledger. And in order for that project to come alive, it needs some type of smart contract capability, right? And you got to look. There's a list, a laundry list of projects that wanted to do this on this ledger. They don't want to wait around 2 years. But look, when you're a project trying to survive, they don't have the resources that Ripple has. It's a project trying to survive, trying to bring to market a project that they believe will be viable and be, useful in the marketplace. So VC Win is like we'll build our thing, and we can get projects up and running in 6 to 8 months and not have to wait. Listen, bottom, you can call it whatever you want, but ultimately they have to wait for Ripple. You can call it whatever you want, but if nothing can get reviewed unless Ripple says it's going to get reviewed, what do you got? What do you got, right? You just got to accept it. The Ripple's number one thing is protecting that XRPL, and if they don't think that it's been tested enough to be put on a ledger, then you're going to have to wait until they do. Or you can go out and do what VC Win did, and which is go build something yourself. Stop complaining. Stop looking for grant money from Ripple. Get some plan Bs in place, bro. This is what VC Win is doing, in my humble opinion.
This is what the how is. The how is basically the XRP ledger protocol. It's exactly what the XRPL is, but then with some features disabled, with some other features enabled, of which hooks is one. There are some other things as well. And then the idea is that we can use it in production. It is fast, safe, secure, everything from the XRPL. And then everyone can get comfortable with the new technology. And over time, we might get it on mainnet too, but then based on battle-tested technology used on Zahao. So in a way, it's slightly like Kusama, right, where you have a sweet spot between LiveNet and testnet, but it's not really that, because it really isn't a testnet. It's just a LiveNet with a slightly higher risk appetite that is protocol compatible with the XRP ledger. It's also very easy to implement in wallets, for example, because it is the same protocol, just with some extra features. And I think there will be a lot of great cross-contamination between the exurbial mainnet and Zahau.
100%. So there it is, fam. That's the word on the street coming directly from the horse's mouth, if you will, from Vitse Went. So listen, I'm going to wrap up this thing here. This is your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you've been hanging out, listening and watching to the Crypto Seas and you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you enjoy the Hangouts, please consider subscribing to that channel. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And oh, by the way, I would ask you to consider and to ponder this idea of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.